Chapter 9 of the Boy Scouts Book of Campfire Stories. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Boy Scouts Book of Campfire Stories, Chapter 9, Dey Ain't No Ghosts, by Ellis Parker Butler.
Once upon a time there was a little black boy what his name was Mose. And when he come along to be 'bout knee-high to a mule, he 'gin to get powerful afraid of ghosts, 'cause dey's a graveyard in the hollow, and a burying ground on the hill, and a cemetery in betwixt and between, and dey ain't nothing but trees nowhere in the clearing by the shanty and down the hollow where the pumpkin patch is. And when the night come along, dey ain't no sound at all what can be heard in that locality but the rain doves what mourn out, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh," just that tremulous and scary, and the owls what mourn out, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh," more tremulous and scary than that, and the wind what mourn out, "Ooh, ooh," most scandalous, tremulous, and scary of all. That a powerful unpleasant locality for a little black boy what his name was Mose. 'Cause that little black boy he so specially black he can't be seen in the dark at all, 'cept by the whites of his eyes. So when he go out in the house at night, he ain't dast shut his eyes, 'cause then ain't nobody can see him in the least. He jes as invisible as nuffin', and who knows but what a great big ghost bump right into him 'cause it can't see him. And that sure would scare that little black boy powerful bad, 'cause everybody knows what a cold, damp personality a ghost is. So when that little black Mose go out in the shanty at night, he keep his eyes wide open, you may be sure. By day, his eyes 'bout the size of butter pads. Come sundown, his eyes 'bout the size of saucers. But when he go out of the shanty at night, his eyes am the size of the white chiny plate what's set on the mantel, and it powerful hard to keep eyes what are the size of that from a winkin' and a blinkin'. So when Halloween come along, that little black Mose he jes mek up his mind he ain't gwine out in the shack at all. He cogitate he gwine stay right snug in the shack wid his pa and his ma, 'cause the rain doves tek notice dat the ghosts are philanderin' round the country, 'cause dey mourn out, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh," and the owls dey mourn out, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh." The eyes of that little black Mose dey as big as the white chiny plate what's set on the mantel by the side of the clock, and the sun jes a settin'. So dat all right. Little black Mose he scrooge back in the corner by the fireplace, and he 'low he gwine stay there till he gwine to bed. But bime Sally Ann, what lib up the road, draps in, and Mr. Sally Ann, what is her husband, he draps in, and Zack Badget, and the school teacher what board at Unc' Silas Diggs's house drap in, and a powerful lot of folks drap in. And little black Mose he seen dat gwine be one s'prise party, and he right down cheerful 'bout dat. So all dem folks shake dere hands and 'low howdy, and some of 'em say, "Why, there's little Mose. Howdy, little Mose." And he so please he jes grin and grin 'cause he ain't reckon what gwine happen. So bime Sally Ann, what lib up the road, she say ain't no sort of Halloween less we got a jack-o'-lantern. And the school teacher, what board at Unc' Silas Diggs's house, she 'low Halloween jes no Halloween a tall 'thout we got a jack-o'-lantern. And little black Mose he stop a grinnin', and he scrunch so far back in the corner he most scrunch frough the wall. But dat ain't no use, 'cause Ma say, "Mose, Go on down to de pumpkin patch and fetch a pumpkin." "I ain't wanna go," say li'l black Mose. "Go 'long wid you," say his ma, right commandin'. "I ain't wanna go," say Mose again. "Why ain't you wanna go?" his ma ask. "'Cause I's afraid of de ghosts," say li'l black Mose, an' dat de particular truth, ain't no mistake. "Dey ain't no ghosts," say de school teacher whut board at Unc' Silas Diggs's house, right peart. "Co'se dey ain't no ghosts," say Zack Badget. Whut dat feared of ghosts he ain't dare come to li'l black Mose's house if de school teacher ain't accompany him. "Go 'long wid your ghosts," say li'l black Mose's ma. "Whar you pick up dat nonsense?" say he pa. "Dey ain't no ghosts." An' dat whut all dat s'prise party 'lows, dey ain't no ghosts. An' dey 'low dey mus hab a jack-o'-lantern or all de fun spoiled. So dat li'l black boy whut name is Mose, he done got to fetch a pumpkin from de pumpkin patch down de holler. So he step outen de shanty, an' he stan' on de doorstep twell he get his eyes pried open as big as de bottom of ma's wash tub, mostly, an' he say, "Dey ain't no ghosts." An' he put one foot on de ground, an' dat was de first step. An' de rain dove say, "Woo, woo, woo, woo." An' li'l black Mose, he took anudder step, an' de owl mourn out, "Woo, woo, woo, woo." An' li'l black Mose, he took anudder step, an' de wind sob out, "Woo, woo." An' li'l black Mose, he took one look over his shoulder, an' he shut he eyes so tight dey hurt round de edges, an' he pick up he foots an' run. Yas, sah, he ran right peart fast. An' he say, "Dey ain't no ghosts, dey ain't no ghosts." An' he run along de path whut lead by de buryin' ground on de hill, 'cause dey ain't no fence round dat buryin' ground a tall. No fence, jes de big trees whut de owls an' de rain doves sot in an' mourn an' sob, an' whut de wind sigh an' cry frough. An' bime somefin jes brush li'l Mose on de arm, which mek him run jes a bit mo' faster. An' bime somefin jes brush li'l Mose on de cheek, which mek him run about as fast as he can. An' bime somefin grab li'l Mose by de edge of his coat, an' he fight an' struggle an' cry out, "Dey ain't no ghosts, dey ain't no ghosts." An' dat ain't nuffin but de wild briar whut grab him, an' dat ain't nuffin but de leaf of a tree whut brush he cheek, an' dat ain't nuffin but de branch of a hazel bush whut brush de arm. But he downright scared jes de same, an' he ain't lost no time, 'cause de wind an' de owls an' de rain doves dey signify whut ain't no good. So he scoot past dat buryin' ground whut on de hill, an' dat cemetery whut betwixt an' between, an' dat grabeyard in de holler, till he come to de pumpkin patch, an' he ratch down an' tek hold of de bestest pumpkin whut in de patch, an' he right smart scared. He jes de mostest scared li'l black boy whut ever was. He ain't gwine open his eyes for nuffin, 'cause de wind go, "Woo," an' de owls go, "Hoo, hoo, 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 hoo," an' de rain doves go, "Woo, woo, woo." He jes speculate dey ain't no ghosts, an' wish he hair don't stan' in dat way. An' he jes cogitate, "Dey ain't no ghosts," an' wish his goose pimple don't rise up dat way. An' he jes 'low, "Dey ain't no ghosts," an' wish he backbone ain't all tremulous wid chills dat way. So he ratch down an' he ratch down twell he got a good hold on dat pricklesome stem of dat bestest pumpkin whut in de patch, an' he jes yank dat stem wid all his might. "Let loosen my head," say a big voice all on a sudden. Dat little black boy, what his name is Mose, he jump most outen his skin. He open his eyes and he 'gin to shake like an aspen tree, 'cause what dat a standin' right there behind him but a menjious big ghost. Yas, sah, dat de biggest, whitest ghost what ever was, and it ain't got no head. Ain't got no head at all. Li'l black Mose, he jes drap on his knees and he beg and pray. "Oh, 'scuse me, Mistah Ghost," he beg. "I ain't mean no harm at all." "What for you try to take my head?" asked the ghost in dat fearsome voice what like de damp wind out in de cellar. "'Scuse me," begged little Mose. "I ain't know dat was your head, an' I ain't know you was dar at all. 'Scuse me." "I 'scuse you ef you do me dis favor," say the ghost. "I got something powerful important to say unto you, an' I can't say it 'cause I ain't got no head, an' when I ain't got no head I ain't got no mouth, an' when I ain't got no mouth I can't talk at all. An' dat right logical for sure. Can't nobody talk when he ain't got no mouth, an' can't nobody have no mouth when he ain't got no head, an' when li'l black Mose he look, he see dat ghost ain't got no head at all, nary head. So the ghost say, "I come on down here for to get a pumpkin for a head, an' I pick dat exact pumpkin what you gwine take, an' I don't like dat one bit. No, sah. I feel like I pick you up and carry you away, and nobody see you no more forever. But I got something powerful important to say unto you, and if you'll pick up dat pumpkin and set it on the place where my head ought to be, I'll let you off this time, 'cause I ain't been able to talk for so long I'm right hungry to say something." So li'l black Mose he heft up dat pumpkin, and de ghost he bent down, and li'l black Mose he sot dat pumpkin on de ghost's neck, and right off dat pumpkin head 'gin to wink and blink like a jack-o'-lantern, and right off dat pumpkin head 'gin to glimmer and glow frough de mouth like a jack-o'-lantern, and right off dat ghost started to speak. Yas, sah, dat's so. "What you want to say unto me?" inquired li'l black Mose. "I want to tell you," say the ghost, "dat you ain't need never be skeered of ghosts, 'cause dey ain't no ghosts." And when he say dat, the ghost jes vanish away like de smoke in July. He ain't even linger round dat locality like de smoke in October. He jes dissipate out in de air, an' he gone entirely. So li'l Mose he grab up de next bestest pumpkin an' he scoot, an' when he come to de graveyard in de holler, he's goin' along same as ever, only faster, when he reckon he'll pick up a club in case he gwine have trouble. He retch down an' take hold of a lively appearin' hunk of wood what right there, an' when he grab dat hunk of wood, "Let loosen my leg," say a big voice all on a sudden. Dat li'l black boy mos jumpin' out of his skin, 'cause right there in de path is 6 menjious big ghosts, an' de biggest ain't got but one leg. So li'l black Mose jes natchully handed out dat hunk of wood to dat biggest ghost, an' he say, "'Scuse me, Mistah Ghost, I ain't know dis yo' leg." An' what dem 6 ghostes do but stand round an' confabulate? Yas, sah, dass so. An' when dey do so, one say, "'Pears like dis a mighty likely li'l black boy. What we gwine do for to reward him for politeness? Tell him what de truth is 'bout ghosts." So de biggest ghost, he say, "I'm gwine tell you something important what yever'body don't know. Dey ain't no ghosts." An' when he say dat, de ghost jes natchully vanish away, an' li'l black Mose he proceed up de path. He so scared he hair jes yank at de roots, an' when de wind go whoo, an' de owl go whoo, 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 an' de rain doves go whoo, whoo, he jes tremble and shake. And by he come to the cemetery what betwixt and between, and he sure is mighty skeered, 'cause there's a whole company of ghosts lined up along the road, and he 'low he ain't gwine spend no more time palaverin' with ghostes. So he step offen the road for to get round thereabout, and he step on a pine stump what lay right there. "Get off of my chest," say a big voice all on a sudden, 'cause dat stump been selected by the captain of the ghosts for to be his chest, 'cause he ain't got no chest betwixt his shoulders and his legs. And li'l black Mose, he hop offen dat stump right peart. Yes, sir, right peart. "'Scuse me, dat li'l black Mose beg and plead, and the ghostes ain't know whether to eat him up or not, 'cause he step on the boss ghost's chest dat-a-way. But by they 'low they let him go 'cause dat was an accident, and the captain ghost he say, "Mose, you Mose, I gwine let you off dis time, 'cause you ain't nuffin but a miserable little tremblin' nigger, but I want you should remember one thing most particular." "Yes, sah," say dat li'l black boy, "I'll remember. What is dat I gotta remember?" The captain ghost he swell up, and he swell up twell he was big as a house, and he say in a voice what shake de ground, "Dey ain't no ghosts." So li'l black Mose he bound to remember dat, and he rise up and mek a bow, and he proceed toward home right lively. He do indeed. And he gwine along jes as fast as he kin when he come up to the edge of the buryin' ground what on the hill, and right there he bound to stop, 'cause the country round about him so populate he ain't able to go through. Yas, sir, seem like all the ghostes in the world havin' a conference right there. Seem like all the ghostes what ever was havin' a convention on that spot. And dat li'l black Mose so skeered he jes fall down on the old log what there and screech and moan, and all on a sudden the log up and spoke to li'l Mose. "Get off of me! Get off of me!" yell dat log. So li'l black Mose he get offen dat log and ain't no mistake. And soon as he get offen the log uprise, and li'l black Mose he see dat log and the king of all the ghostes. And when the king uprise, all the congregation crowd round li'l black Mose, and dey's 'bout 11 million and a few left over. Yes, sir, dat the regular annual Halloween convention what li'l black Mose interrupt. Right there am all the spirits in the world, and all the haints in the world, and all the hobgoblins in the world, and all the ghouls in the world, and all the specters in the world, and all the ghostes in the world. And when they see li'l black Mose, they all gnash their teeth and grin, 'cause it gettin' along toward dey all's lunch time. So the king, what his name Old Skull and Bones, he step on top of li'l Mose's head, and he say, "Gentlemen, the convention will come to order. The secretary please note who's present. The first business what come before the convention is what we gwine do wid a li'l black boy what step on the king and maul all over the king and treat the king dat disrespectful." And li'l black Mose just moan and sob, "'Scuse me, Mr. King. I ain't mean no harm at all." But ain't nobody pay no 'tention to him at all, 'cause everyone's lookin' at a monstrous big haint what name is Bloody Bones, what rose up and spoke. "Your Honor, Mr. King, and gentlemen and ladies," he say, "this a right bad case of lazy majesty, 'cause the king been step on. When every li'l black boy what choose gwine wander round at night and step on the king of ghostes, it ain't no time to palaver. It ain't no time for to prevaricate. It ain't no time for to cogitate. It ain't no time to do nuffin but tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And all them go sick in the motion, and they confabulate out loud about it, and the noise sound like the rain doves going, ooh, 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 and the owls going, ooh, 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 and the wind going, ooh. So that resolution passed unanimous. Ain't no mistake. So the king of the ghosts, what name Old Skull and Bones, he placed his hand on the head of Little Black Mose, and his hand feel like a wet rag, and he say, "Dey ain't no ghost." And one of the hairs on the head of Old Black Mose turned white, and the monstrous big hand, what he named Bloody Bones, he lay his hand on the head of Little Black Mose, and his hand feel like a toadstool in the cool of the day, and he say, "Dey ain't no ghosts." And another of the hairs what on the head of Little Black Mose turned white, and a just spirit what is named Moldy Pam placed his hand on the head of Little Black Mose, and his hand feel like your yonner side of a lizard, and he say, "Dey ain't no ghost." And another of the hairs what on the head of Little Black Mose turned white as snow. And a particular Benab hobgoblin, he put hand on the head of Little Black Mose, and he make that same remark. And that whole convention of ghosts and spirits and haints and everything, which are more than 1,000,000, pass by so quick, they's all hands feel like the wind would blow out in the cellar when the day's hot. And they all say, "Dey ain't no ghosts." Yas, sir, they say all them words so fast it sound like the wind when it moan through the turkentine trees what behind the cypress, and every hair what on Little Black Mose's head turned white. Dat what happen when a little black boy gwine meet a ghost convention dat way. Dat's so he ain't gwine forget to remember dey ain't no ghosts. 'Cause if a little black boy gwine imaginate dey's is ghosts, he gwine be scared in the dark, and dat's a foolish thing for to imaginate. So presently all the ghosts am whiff away, like the fog out in the holler when the wind blow on it, and Little Black Mose he ain't see 'cause for to remain in that locality no longer. He reach down and he raise up the pumpkin, and he perambulate right quick toward his ma's shack, and he lift up the latch, and he open the door, and he enter in, and he say, "Here's the pumpkin." And his ma and his pa and Sally Ann, what live up the road, and Mr. Sally Ann, what her husband, and Zach Badgett, and the school teacher what board at Unc Silas Diggs' house, and all the powerful lot of folks what come to the doings, they all scrunched back in the corner of the shack, 'cause Zach Badgett he been done tell a ghost tale, and the rain doves gwine ooh 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 ooh, and the owls am gwine ooh 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 ooh, and the wind it gwine ooh ooh, and everybody powerful scared. 'Cause Little Black Mose he come a fumbling and rattling at the door jes when dat ghost tale most scary, and everybody gwine imaginate dat ghost a fumbling or rattling at the door. Yes, sir. So Little Black Mose he turn his white head, and he look round and peer round, and he say, "What you all scared for?" 'Cause if anybody scared, he wanna be scared too. Dat's natural. But the school teacher what live at Unc Silas Diggs' house, she say, "For the land's sake, we thought you was a ghost." So Little Black Mose he sort of sniff and he sort of sneer, and he 'low, "Huh, dey ain't no ghosts." Den his ma she so powerful took back dat Little Black Mose he gwine be so uppitish and contradict folks what know 'rithmetics and algebraics and general countin' without fingers, like the school teacher what board at Unc Silas Diggs' house knows, and she say, "Huh, What you know 'bout ghosts anyway?" And little black Mose he just kind of stand on one foot, and he just kind of suck his thumb, and he just kind of 'low, "I don't know nuffin 'bout ghosts, 'cause dey ain't no ghosts." So his pa gwine whop him for tellin' a fib 'bout dey ain't no ghosts when everybody know dey's ghosts. But the school teacher, what boarded at Unc' Silas Diggs's house, she tuck note de hair of little black Mose's head plumb white, and she tuck note little black Mose's face am de color of wood ash. So she jes ratch up one arm round dat little black boy, and she jes snuggle him up, and she say, "Honey lamb, don't you be skeered. Ain't nobody gwine hurt you. How you know dey ain't no ghosts?" And little black Mose he kind of lean up against the school teacher what boarded at Unc' Silas Diggs's house, and he 'low, "'Cause, 'cause I met the captain ghost, and I met the general ghost, and I met the king ghost, and I met the ghostest what ever was in the whole world, and every ghost say the same thing. Dey ain't no ghosts. And if the captain ghost, and the general ghost, and the king ghost, and all the ghosts in the whole world don't know if they're a ghost, who does?" That's right, honey lamb," say the school teacher, and she say, "I been suspicious dey ain't no ghosts dis long whiles, and now I know. If all the ghosts say dey ain't no ghosts, dey ain't no ghosts." So everybody 'low dat 'cept Zack Badget, what been tellin' de ghost tale, and he ain't gwine tell yes, and he ain't gwine say no, 'cause he right sweet on de school teacher. But he know right well he done seen plenty ghosts in he day, so he bound to be sure first. So he say to little black Mose, "'Tain't likely you met wid a monstrous big haint what live down de lane what he name Bloody Bones?" "Yes," say little black Mose, "I done met up wid him." "An' did old Bloody Bones done tole you dey ain't no ghosts?" say Zack Badget. "Yes," say little black Mose, "he done tell me perzactly dat." "Well, if he tole you dey ain't no ghosts," say Zack Badget, "I got to 'low dey ain't no ghosts, 'cause he ain't gwine tell no lie about it. I know dat Bloody Bones ghost since I was a pickaninny, an' I done met up wid him a powerful lot of times, an' he ain't gwine tell no lie about it. If dat particular ghost say dey ain't no ghosts, dey ain't no ghosts." So everybody say, "That's right, dey ain't no ghosts." An' dat make little black Mose feel mighty good, 'cause he ain't like ghostes. He reckon he gwine be a heap mo' comfortable in he mind since he know dey ain't no ghosts, an' he reckon he ain't gwine be skeered of nuffin never no more. He ain't gwine mind de dark, he ain't gwine mind de rain doves what go "Woo, woo, woo," an' he ain't gwine mind de owls what go "Woo, woo, 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 woo," an' he ain't gwine mind de wind what go "Woo," nor nuffin nohow. He gwine be brave as a lion, since he know for sure dey ain't no ghosts. So presently his ma say, "Well, time for a little black boy what name is Mose to be gwine up de ladder to de loft to bed." An' little black Mose he 'low he gwine wait a bit. He 'low he gwine jes wait a li'l bit. He 'low he gwine be no trouble at all if he jes been let wait twell his ma she gwine up de ladder to de loft to bed too. So his ma she say, "Git along wid you. What you skeered of when dey ain't no ghosts?" An' li'l black Mose he scrunch, an' he twist, an' he pucker up he mouf, an' he rub his eyes, an' presently he say right low, "I ain't skeered of ghosts what am, 'cause dey ain't no ghosts." "Den what are you skeered of?" ask his ma. "Nuffin," say de li'l black boy what his name is Mose. but I jes feel kinder uneasy 'bout de ghosts what ain't." Just like white folks, just like white folks.
End of chapter 9.